Hello family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E, the Dividend Passport Bro, back with another video. Guys, as always, I always like to say thanks to all of the subscribers, everybody who support this channel. And guys, today I wanted to talk about something that I hope you guys can understand from my point of view. And it is homelessness, right? People who living in the streets, people who sleeping in the cars, people who don't have nowhere to live because of different circumstances. And for a long period of time, one thing that scared me the most, right? And it was not about, oh, maybe I will be out of a job or I will be out in the streets. I never really worried about that because I knew that no matter what, I would do whatever I had to do. If I had to go work at Walmart or clean the toilet or whatever I had to do to put food on the table to be able to support me and my family, I will do that. Now, there are a lot of circumstances behind the reason why people are homeless. And I'm trying to do this because if this doesn't motivate you, I don't know what else would. Now, we have a new president that come into the office in January, and a lot of things is going to change. A lot of things are already starting to change, right? The rich are going to get richer, and the poor are going to get poorer. So you can say, well, maybe it's too late or maybe not. I don't believe it's too late. It's never too late to start investing into yourself, investing into your future. It's never too late. I had this conversation with a friend of mine over a year ago, and it was sitting in my living room, and he's like, man, I'm gonna go back to nursing school. He just got his RN license, right? He's gonna go back to school to get a master's or so whatever he needed to do to be able to make more money. And he's gonna work, to put money aside and all this stuff. I said, well, you are investing in your future, right? He's like, yeah, but I'm investing because I want to do this. I said, but why don't you invest in the market, put money away, so you don't have to work as hard later on. Now he's my age, right? In his 50s, or maybe he's a little younger, maybe he's like 47, 48, or maybe he just looked good for his age, which I doubt. But, and I was like, but right now you are investing in your future because you pay to go to nursing school, right? He's to drive the ambulance, not ambulance. Yeah, he's to drive the ambulance, right? And he decided, he was ENT, he decided, well, he wanted to be a nurse. So he went to nursing school. And I said, okay, you went from there. You talk about this all the time, man. I got to take my tests. I got to take my tests and classes. He was always talking about this stuff. So I said, well, you spend a few years, going to nursing school, putting in the work to get where you need to get to, right? And now you're there, you're like, okay, well, I need to go back to school and get another degree so you can make a little bit more money. I said, dude, why don't you just work 2 jobs? He's like, oh, no, I'm not working 2 jobs. I think I talked about this before. He's like, no, I'm not working 2 jobs. I'm only going to work 1 job and I'm just going to work overtime. And I'm like, okay. I said, dude, if this is what I did to be successful, if you want to be successful, right? And I'm not talking about success as in, yeah, I have a lot of money coming in, but I'm blowing it, right? You spend a lot of money and then you're blowing the money because you're out, you're partying, you're doing stuff. I mean, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Occasionally I might do a cigar, but I haven't done that probably over a year. But I don't drink, I don't smoke, right? And I was like, bro, invest in the market, work 2 jobs, do it. You don't have to do it forever. Do it for a year, do it for 6 months. Take that second job and invest it into the market. He said, but why would I do that? They're going to tax me. All the taxes are going to take out my money. I'm just like, dude, take the second job, invest that second job. You don't have to invest all of it. Let's say you invest 80% and take that 20% out, and that's your party money. So even if you take that 20% out for your party money, that's $1,000 a month you're blowing, right? You're blowing $1,000 a month to do whatever you want, and you invest in the rest. I said, plus that money you're investing, if you do that consistently for 5 years, you're gonna have over $500,000 invested into the market, and that $5,000 gonna be generating you income. I said, even if that $500,000 is generating you $20,000 a year, right? And if you don't need that money, that money can be reinvested. So by the time you get to where you need that money in 10 years, 15 years, it's like, oh, I just want to work, and then in 10 years I'm gonna stop working. So when you stop working, how are you gonna get income? Anyway, in the end, we agreed to disagree. But I'm saying this is, guys, when you have the opportunity to invest, do it. Because I'm telling you, you can put it depends where you put your money in. You can put 25, 30 grand in 5 or 6 funds. And those funds, especially in technology like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, what else? Palantir, I love Palantir. Amazon, you can invest in those companies, right? Qualcomm, who just did a split, right? You can invest in those companies, and in 2 to 3 years, even in 5 years, you will be surprised of your return, because those companies, those are set it and forget it. You don't have to worry about, Amazon is not going nowhere no time soon. Microsoft is not going nowhere no time soon. Apple is not going nowhere no time soon. Okay, I mean Palantir is a newer guy on the block, but the other companies, they're not going away no time soon. They've been around for a while, so you can put your money in there and say, you know what, I'm gonna invest this $25,000-$30,000 into those companies, and you'll be surprised in 2 to 5 years that money ain't gonna triple, and you're not doing nothing, because the reason why, they're gonna in growth, right? They're gonna grow. Those companies are gonna grow, especially if they just did a split now, and those companies are building back up. In 2 to 5 years, you can have over $100,000 in an account that you haven't done nothing but just put that money in there and leave it alone. So back to the homelessness, right? Like I said, people have different situations, but for me, I always I didn't want to be the old guy working at Walmart greeting people. I didn't want that job. Now you don't see those people anymore. They still have them there, but they got them doing like security, looking at your receipts and stuff to see if you bought what you bought. But still, I didn't want that job either. So when I decided, I said, you know what, I gotta put myself on the next level. I got to put myself on the level for where I won't have to worry about nothing. I'm a guy, if let's say, if something was to happen to where I could say, you know what, I can leave this country today, and I can go to DR because I got property there. I can go to Colombia because I got property there. And I can live in my properties in these places, and $500 or $600 a month will be more than what I need to survive. And this is not just for me and my baby, for me and my family. $500 will be more than enough to pay light, water, gas, and then eat off for $300 a month. That would be more than enough. I mean, you don't have to live that luxury life all the time. I mean, what is luxury anyway? If you don't know what luxury is, you just see it on TV. What do you know about luxury? Some people eating fish every day, and you're like, man, that's expensive, because in the U.S. fish is expensive. Chicken is cheap in the U.S. But you go to other countries, fish is cheap, and chicken and beef is expensive. But I mean, it's different everywhere you go. But of course, when you travel to these places and you a visitor there, you're gonna get the prices. You're not gonna get the same prices as the locals, right? But still, you can live for a lot of what people are living in the cars. I see people living in the cars. There's so many videos out there, people talking about, oh yeah, they live in the cars because they can't afford rent and all these other things, right? And you have friends and family. You don't feel comfortable saying, you know what, family, it's hard. Let me come crash in your spot for a little bit while I build myself back up. But people are too proud to ask for help. I don't get that. You can be so proud just to ask for help, but it's something that you need. So I mean, I don't see that, and people are comfortable. You know, people are comfortable doing that. They say work sucks, this that, but all of the debts that I have, right? Credit card debt, houses, mortgages, those were debt that I created. Those wasn't forced upon me. Those were debt that I created because of something that I want, what I had to charge my credit cards, and whatever it is that I had to do. But those are debts that I wanted. So I got those things, right? But if you sit there and think about it, you gotta have a why. And for a long time, until 2019, my why was just to be rich. I just want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. And that was my goal. And after that, it was like, okay, once I get to that status, then, I'm good. But the fact now that I'm almost there to get that status, to say, okay, financially, I'm a millionaire, it don't seem that big of a deal anymore. I was talking to one of the guys that I help, and he like, Edwin, man, I want to buy, he want to buy a Lambo. He want to buy a Lambo. He's like, man, Edwin, I want to buy a Lambo. So I said, okay, well, we're gonna do this, right? Your investments, what you have, you're gonna have your growth investments. You just put growth. You're gonna have your dividend investment where you just put dividend, but then create another account for your your Lambo fund. I say invest in an account and make that a dividend account, right? That's gonna generate income for you to pay for your Lambo. And he said, okay, I'll do that. And every day, this boy, he would call me, yo, hey, Edwin. He would send me a message. He said, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. So now I said nothing. 2 seconds later, my phone is ringing. Man, what do you think? I want to add this to my Lambo fund. This boy is focused on putting money into his Lambo fund, right? And I used to have a car. I used to have my account, my Charles Schwab account. I used to have a separate account in there for my car, right? For transportation, car, and whatever else. And when I sold my BMW, I took that money and put it into that account. I said, so just in case later on when I decide to buy a car or whatever, that will pay my car note. So I own a car in Colombia. I own multiple cars in the U.S. Even have a motorcycle sitting in the garage for years that I haven't been on. So he's like, yeah, I want a Lambo fund. So I was like, you know what? If I stay in the U.S., I'll be staying in the U.S. part-time. And it would be nice to come back. I always wanted a Porsche, right? For people who don't know, I love Porsche. The Boxsters, Porsche Boxsters. I love those cars. But I was like, you know what? Maybe I just get me an old Porsche and park it in the garage. And when I'm here, when the weather is nice, I can have me a nice convertible. And then I thought about it. I was like, but why? Why do you need a Porsche? Why do you need a nice convertible that when you ride in the sun when it's sunny and you hot and miserable, and you can only drive it later on in the evening, probably around 7 o'clock when the sun is down during the summer, or now when it's about to be winter, when it's warm right now, and then the night is cold. I was like, you know what? I don't need a car. I got my Tesla, right? I got my Tesla. I wanted to buy another car because when I move, I want to buy another car that I can take to Colombia, and my Tesla is gonna go to the DR. But after consideration, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll leave the Tesla here for now, for as long as I can, because I love driving a Tesla. And when Evie's here, I mean, she loved riding the Tesla, and I don't have to worry about gas, right? I plug it up when I go to the store, come back, I plug it up. It sits in the garage, and it charges. Now you guys can say, but Edwin, what the hell does got to do with homelessness? You got to find what motivates you to get you out of whatever situation you're in. And for me, it wasn't being homeless. For me, it was working in Walmart after I retired. And of course, my retirement plan is different from a lot of you guys. My retirement plan is to not just retire and go live in Colombia. My retirement plan is retire and live abroad. Right? I can live in Colombia, yes. I can live in DR. I can live anywhere in the world, because for the last almost 5 years, I have been investing into the market. And I'm showing you guys this stuff in the past few months when I started making all these videos, right? All these videos that y'all see down here, when I start making these videos, right? I start to show you guys this stuff. And sometimes I surprise myself because I said I was going to do this. And surprisingly, I mean, I've kept up with my end of the bargain. Okay, I kept up with this, right? I'm trying to get to where I made that video. I was in the DR when I made this video. This is when I started making videos every day. Right? This is when I started making videos every day. My daughter and her mom, she's bigger now, my baby. But this video right here is when I made the commitment 3 months ago to start making videos on this channel every day. I think back then we had 20-some subscribers, 10 subscribers. I can't really remember now. But from that point on, today, well, we have 1,600 going on 1,700 subscribers, and on our way to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I made a promise to myself and to this channel that I was going to make a video every day. Now, I make video about my portfolio. It's nothing exciting. Dividend investment is boring. It's not sexy. But you know what's sexy? Is sitting there at the end of the month or the following week. Like now, I get paid dividend every week. Dividend coming to my portfolio, right? Some days it's $1, some days it's 10 cents, some days it's 50 cents. But on other days, I get in $6,000, $7,000 coming into my portfolio. That's sexy to me. Well, I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to lift a finger. Right? I got money coming into my portfolio every day. Right? Guess what? This past week, all the cryptos that I had, not all of them, but I sold 40,000, 9,000, and then 11,000. I sold. So I sold some about 52,000. Well, it was more than that, right? 60,000, some $60,000 worth of crypto I sold. Of course, they take their taxes out, they take their gas fees out, so the money is less. Well, the money is still what I wanted, but after they take the fees out, that's what I end up with. So in my Fidelity account, I got $11,000 left from crypto that I sold, that I can withdraw. In my other account, I have $49,000 that I can withdraw from crypto. Now, I bought this crypto years back when I started my trucking business. and I decided I couldn't take the smell. I couldn't find a place to park my truck that was reasonable. So I decided the money I was going to buy my truck, I took that money and invested into crypto. And I was like, as many times I was like, you know what, I'm going to take the loss and pull my money out. But you know what? Like I said, it's all business. And I left my money in there, and now I pull my money out, and whatever is in there is all gains. Now I still got 40,000, some 30 some thousand in there, but those are all profits. That's all profits from the market. Well, I did take out whatever I took out. Some have some profits in there, but still, that's profit from the market. Now that money gonna stay there. If it goes down, if crypto at some point go back down, we're gonna buy, because I know next year it's gonna get back up. But right now, I'm telling you guys to buy Solano. Solano is up for the next big run. Solana gonna be like Ethereum. It's gonna be like, not gonna be like crypto. It's not gonna be like Bitcoin, but it's gonna be up there. So if you, this is not financial advice, but buy some Solano. It's like $200 something. The last time it was 212. I think this morning the notification I got was $240. Okay, so I'm trying to get about a thousand shares of Solano. If I can do that, that would be great. Because if it get to $1,000, okay, guys. But like I said, this is not financial advice. But you have to have your why to get to where you need to get to. Now, people like I said, homeless people. There's some people that because of drugs, some people have bad situations, and they get to where they get to. But if you want to be successful, you got to find something to push you, to get you out of that shithole, as Donald Trump called it, to get to where you need to be. Okay, guys? I love you guys. Today is Sunday the 17th. It is 2:19 p.m. right now. And I hope this video encourage and motivate somebody to get to that next level. Okay, guys? I love you. Stay blessed. Peace out.